Ever had a situation like that with family or whatever?
Yeah, I would personally not qualify because I have a lot of pre-existing conditions.
You do?
Yes, I have something called cocaine toenail.
You spent a lot of time in Canada, though.
Yeah, born and raised in Edmonton, and
That part's not true, by the way.
my dad is Tim Horton.
You have cocaine toenail?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I have something called Smurf hands. I have something called EDHD, which stands for Ellen DeGeneres hip dysplasia. It's where you can't stop dancing for 45 minutes.
There that can be very, very entertaining. People are shocked sometimes. But I do find there are certain races that you can make fun of that people don't get upset about, which I think is the most racist thing you can do.
Yeah. I actually have that one, too. Yeah.
Make sure I said them all.
Looking through your medical records?
I have, I have cottage cheese ankles.
Oh, no.
I have parking meter head. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Just a small body, large head.
No, I go after everybody. It's fun to make fun of everything, I think.
The Greek thing is interesting. The idea, do you ever think in your life there'd be a Stromboliopoulos and a Galifianakis, or two names like that?
Right. It sounds like a dinosaur book.
It really
It sounds like a book about two dinosaurs.
So tell me about this movie. What was it like, working on the movie, the
Campaign?
The campaign.
Shut up.
You're in a movie, A Wrinkle in Time, the new movie, A Wrinkle in Time, with Oprah is one of the co-stars of this film. Do you have any interaction with Oprah? Are you guys in, like, scenes together?
Yes.
No.
You said that like, is that allowed?
I don't know, were you baptized naked?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I don't remember. It was before I was 20, though. I know that.
Yeah, I was 5.
Well, that's a little late.
It was a little, and it was my first hard-on.
I was watching Oprah at work, and I was like, oh, she's the real deal. She knows everybody's name, and I'm like, oh, God, now I gotta know everybody's name. Reese Witherspoon.
You do these things in movies, and then you kind of forget about them, and then you're sitting there on the phone talking to your mom, and she's crying.
And are you in touch with Oprah since the shoot is over?
Yeah.
She
just texted me tonight and said good luck.
You did. Oprah's texting you, huh?
No, of course not.
I was in Vegas with my mom, and I was at the slot machine, and we were just playing the nickel slots, and these 3 young punks came up, and they were like, hey, can we get our picture with you, Zach? And I went, can you not see I'm with a prostitute?
How'd she handle that?
She didn't hear it, and then she goes, what? I went, I'm telling them that you're a prostitute.
I totally was not listening to what you said.
When you're lucky enough to have a show, and in this town there's billboards and
Right.
bus ads.
Yeah.
I was driving with my son, and he was in the back seat of the limo. No, he was in the back seat.
You guys are traveling by limo now.
I'm in the front seat, he's in the back.
Yeah, well, sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm driving it.
Yeah.
Who needs a good, swift kick in the ass?
My cousin.
So anyway, my picture, and so I'm looking in the rearview mirror to see what my 3-year-old's reaction is. Like, I'm looking, because I don't really talk about it to him, and
Yeah.
he looks over at it, and he just goes like this.
I love celebrities. They're never wrong about anything.
I've been lucky enough to work with some pretty talented people. That's true.
What was it like to work with Will Smith? Was that fun, working with Will Smith?
I think you mean Will Ferrell. Will Smith wasn't in this movie.
Oh, that must be a disappointment.
No.
Where you were sitting there doing improv with the President of the United States
Yeah.
at the White House.
Yeah.
Kind of blew my mind. I felt like we had entered a new realm.
Yeah.
For better or ill.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. It was fantastic.
God, I'd forgotten that I interviewed the president.
I have noticed that you always gain weight for every role. But then you don't lose it after. So you just keep getting fatter.
Yeah. Is that a question?
No, I guess not. No.
His staff were around. I was getting ready to go interview the president. And on the menu, they brought the dessert menu around. There was a thing on the menu called chocolate freedom. So I say to them, not trying to be funny, you guys call the president this, right?
Yeah.
My character is sort of an underdog, I guess. So it's like, it's a story about.
He called me to thank me, and I was at a construction site.
Hanging out.
Just hanging out at a construction site.
Where you meet people.
Trying to meet some ladies.
Yeah.
You know, work
Jimmy,
on a movie
that
for a
movie
long...
made $200 million. Opening weekend.
No, actually, it didn't make. It didn't.
That's what they told me. How much did it make?
I think it only made like $6 million. Oh, hey, I didn't.
He calls me, and then we chatted. I don't know if you guys have ever had a chance to talk to the president one-on-one on the phone. But I get up, I'm done with it. Oh, he says to me, I hope this is good for your career. He says that to me. And I almost said to him, I hope it improves your career. But I thought, well... And I call her to just say hi. I haven't talked to her in a while. And I'm like, hi, Aunt Louise. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Talking back and forth. She goes, what are you working on now? I was like, oh, I work on this show where I play a rodeo clown. She's like, oh, yeah, I saw it. It's horrible. The comedy bit's over, so I'll be respectful.
Yeah, just be respectful. Yeah.
So we chatted, and the last thing he said to me was, okay, I'll talk to you later, brother. And I hung up my phone. I have a flip phone, I guess.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Melanie, I'm done.
You've had, since I've known you, you had the same car. What kind of car was that?
It was a 79 Ferrari. No, it was a 98 Subaru Outback.
A 98 Subaru Outback.
I didn't know what to do because I just talked to the president of the United States, and that hasn't happened to me since Taft.
I saw you were there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Yes.
I saw you were. I saw you were going up and down the red carpet.
Oh, I live on the carpet. I live for the carpet.
You live for the carpet.
Salt of the earth people there.
Wait a second.
I got a little sweaty because you used to drive here to, you'd invest your day to drive out to Burbank to audition, and then the casting director asked you to get on all fours and eat a cracker. I find the questions are boring, and so I try to liven it up a bit. And this woman on the red carpet was, she said, it looks like you've lost some weight. And I just looked at her and I went, yeah, I'm dying. He goes, do you mind taking your shoes and socks off? And by the way, do you mind getting on all fours, and then we're going to stick this cracker in your mouth?
Yeah. When did you find out that he wasn't a casting director?
When I realized this is a Craigslist ad, I responded to it. When I moved from New York, I drove a van out here and lived in that van for a few days, a couple of weeks, I think.
And were you alone in the van, or were there others in the van?
I had a friend, Bobby, that came out with me. I shouldn't have said his name. This woman comes up to me. She goes, excuse me, sir, are you an actor? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, were you in those Hangover movies? I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, oh, I heard you died. Is that true? I thought I was hosting tonight.
Oh, oh no.
So this is a little weird.
The word didn't get to you?
I thought I was going to be sitting there. But,
oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
Is it a problem? Or?
No, it's everything's fine. Everything's good. I just love show business so much.
Yeah.
It's on FX.
It is?
And this is a show, Louis C.K. is creator of the show with you. CK calls you up and says, Zach, I want to do this show.
He calls me. He's like, "Are you interested in writing a TV show?" And I said, "F you, CK."
You love the business of show business.
Love business.
More
Love
than
the business
anyone
of it, yeah.
I know. I mean, you're
I get that variety every morning, that Hollywood Reporter. I cannot stop reading.
How are you doing?
Oh, what? Left CBS? No. Yeah, this show is kind of a throwback of kind of the physical comedy.
You're great at pratfalls. I never knew you were that great at it.
Well, when you don't have a lot of talent, you become good at pratfalls.
No, it is like, but it's great acting and so fun. And this whole thing was shot in 30 days?
30 days, yeah. So this movie was shot in 30 days. Most movies take 4 months.
Yeah.
This movie is 4 times better than any movie I've seen.
Is it a boy or a girl?
We don't want to find out until... until it's 16.
The first time I'm struck by is you've really slimmed down quite a bit.
Thank you. I've had a lot of plastic surgery and
A lot of work done on the.
a lot of work on my torso and my face-o.
Yeah.
Well, one of the guys, I didn't get their names. What are your names? Ian?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured
Ian.
that. I should have figured that.
Don't give them mics.
Ian is looking for a job, and
Yeah.
he's going to be interviewing at a company called Lighthouse up in Seattle.
Yeah, I heard it. It was like taking Ambien.
Now, you slimmed down. I know that part of, because many times you would come on our show and do all kinds of jokes, and you used to like to do fat jokes about yourself. Do you miss doing those now?
Well, I'm not that skinny.
Ian, that's why I mentioned you're looking for a job. And
Yeah.
he was asking what kind of work you do.
I build gaming PCs and help my parents and friends out with IT repair and computer repair and stuff.
Do you mind giving out your phone number in case anybody wants to call you? Ugly, redheaded man about my age. And my son and I are walking by him, and I hear the ugly man say to his friend about my child, "I used to look just like that as a kid." Yeah, they had a premiere. Yeah,
It's funny because I would imagine you'd be a guy that wouldn't be crazy about the red carpet and walking down and the interviews and that sort of thing.
They force you to do it.
They force you to do it. Is that right?
Yeah, I wouldn't show up if I didn't have to do it.
From show business and the spotlight, does your older son, who's old enough to kind of know what's going on, does he know what you do for a living?
No, he's 4.
Yeah.
14? No, he's 4. And
But I've heard a story that you were a nanny at one point. So a long time ago.
yes, I was a nanny.
You were?
I was a nanny for the kids were older and
How old?
21 and 22. No. Right now, there's billboards. They put billboards of your
There
show.
are billboards for baskets everywhere. I mean, I see your face all the time on buses and,
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I never see your face. Discipline. Kids crave discipline, right? So, prenatal spanking's important.
How's one? I gotta write this down.
Prenatal spanking. 2 birds with 1 stone.
All right, prenatal.
I remember once I got called into an audition, and there was nothing but guys over 6 feet tall, and they were all chiseled. And I thought, oh, I guess they need a fat guy in this one too, and I'm the fat guy. And I don't know why I turned to you.
I don't care.
You kind of play an asshole on that. Your character on that is sort of an asshole.
Right.
How do you manage that?
Well, I think I'm kind of probably a real jerk in real life, like in the back of my mind.
you're not.
But I just come from a polite family, so but what I'm thinking right now is not polite. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say, I have the pants version of your jacket.
Okay. Now,
I want to say,
I was wrong to bring up the jacket.
I want to
apologize.
say, I want to say, it's nice to be sitting at a table with the Middle Eastern version of Mr. Clean.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I want to say another hacky joke. Sorry.
Hey, last week, a fifth grader narked on his parents after he heard a speech from the cops about DARE, and he brought in the parents' joints. He knew that the parents had joints. The police arrested the parents, so they're in jail, and the kid was removed to social services. And the DARE officer said it was a success, because who knows what could have happened. Those parents could have eaten a whole carton of cookies.
So, I think, again, another reason not to have kids. Because they'll tattle on you.
Okay. So I bring this up because it was your home state, and also because we are facing a big proposition here in California on Tuesday. Prop 19 will allow you to grow 25 square feet of marijuana.
You gonna grow?
I'm going to swing by Home Depot today.
Yeah, really. Getting ready for it. Buy the heat lamps.
No, I gave all that up when I got saved.
Oh, really? How's that going for you? Is that going well? Are you liking it? Feels good?
But what is so sad is that no Democrat has backed Prop 19 out here. And this is so typical of the Democrats. They have a great case to make. Just in what we would save on stupid law enforcement of this, we would save about $8 or $9 billion. We could get about, nationally anyway, we could get about the same $8 or $9 billion nationally on taxes. This could pay for, listen to this, enough to send every 3- and 4-year-old to a quality preschool, which would prevent way more crime.
Have you donated to the campaign?
I have not.
But you support it?
I do.
But
so
it's not running well in the polls. So Democrats, had they attached themselves to it, would have been attaching themselves to something that was actually less popular than the Democrats are in California right now. I mean, Jerry Brown's running way ahead of that proposition. You know,
I agree with that. I think it's a tricky thing to. I mean, that's not really part of my life. That the.
Oh wait, I did contribute, but it was a wedding present. Somebody, yeah, I forgot. Yes, I'm sorry.
But I think I have to agree. It's a tricky thing politically to jump on that bandwagon, because I think that maybe people see it as taboo still.
It's why it's a ballot measure, Bill, because no politician, even if they thought it was a good idea. Oh my God! Oh. Yeah, as I was saying.
Okay. One thing I'm going to throw out there is that I have some friends who've been growers in Humboldt County, and the growers in Humboldt County are getting out the vote against the proposition.
Right.
And honestly, I think that
because the profit, when you have prohibition, just like liquor with Al Capone,
look, that is
a lot higher.
That is totally legit, but I personally
look at those dragons! But that's my point. I think that's what people think of it.
Right.
You know.
But I think that there is a legit.
You know, I find I've become a little cynical recently, and I've forgotten why I got into comedy in the first place. I found myself needing to hear the laughter of children. And that's why I took my monologue to a preschool. I know VH1 wants a younger demographic, but this is ridiculous. Hello, kids. Before I get started, I just want to say that my name is Steve, and I'm the host of Blues Clues. I hate eating peas. Put it this way, they'll have peace in the Middle East before I eat peas in the Middle East. I can't hear you. Take those boogers out of your mouth. Okay, what is black and white, white and black, black and white? Anybody? A zebra and a revolving door. Preschool is nuts, isn't it? Preschool is nuts. Isn't it, people? Isn't preschool crazy? Don't you hate it when you eat red Play-Doh and it ends up tasting like a blue crayon? What's up with that? Knock, knock. I don't know. Let's go check. There's nobody there. Knock, knock. I don't know. Let's go check. I wasn't a very good student. I failed my metaphysics exam when the teacher caught me looking into the soul of a boy next to me. And then I pooped on his head. It's a good crowd. Good crowd. Very good crowd. Oh, hey, do you like Happy Meals? I had a really bad Happy Meal the other day. You know what I thought they should have called it? Unhappy Meal. This is a picture of a VH1 executive. Oh, it's a pig. Yeah, you're right. And then the VH1 executive said, there's nobody watching the show. And then Zach said, well, some people are watching the show. The VH1 executive said, not enough people are watching the show. And then the show got canceled. I'm looking for some new writers for my show. Does anybody have a joke that they want to tell me? Yeah. Okay, you have a joke? You want to come up here and tell it to me? Go ahead.
You're poop.
Okay, guys, don't go blue on me. Let's work it clean, okay? Let's work it clean. Okay, Miles, what's your joke?
A chicken. A chicken. A chicken.
No more chicken jokes. We had enough of those. Does anybody have a joke about Creed? Okay, go ahead.
There's a chicken. A ticket.
I have a joke now. Ready? Chicken.